The only injury update is Jerry Johnson. He had a quad contusion, and he tried to go early and really couldn't run, so we just sent him over there with Coach Alosi. Other than that, we worked on some situations today. We did a little backed up, and we did a little 2-minute for the first time with the officials. And as we get going here into this third week, we'll work more situations in preparation for the scrimmage on Saturday. So I think on Thursday we have a couple other situations we'll get into.
Aaron's red. Is that a concussion
Who?
from Aaron Hester?
Oh yeah, he's okay, but we wanted to give him one day out here to run around with his helmet on, without contact. But I don't know if he had a concussion or not. I know that he had concussion-like symptoms. So, but he's been cleared.
Barasio looked like he got a little banged up.
Who?
Barasio.
Yeah, he's fine. He just tweaked his knee and just missed a couple plays. He's okay.
Jim, are you concerned at all with the number of guys who are out now? I think it's over 20.
No, I'm concerned only with the guys that are practicing. Those guys that are over there, it's like I don't even see them.
What about for depth purposes?
I'm used to playing with 53 guys, so to have this many, it's like double what I've ever had. So this is like a kid in a candy store for me to have all these players.
Brandon Sermons has a cast. Is he okay?
I think he did something to his hand, and they casted it up for practice.
With a lot of the DBs being down, what were your thoughts on Rios and Jefferson getting some more time with the one?
Oh, it's always good, when someone goes down, a guy steps up and gets more work. The more repetitions you can get, the better you're going to get. And Sam Handler today got a lot of reps in there in the slot, and you're just looking for guys to take advantage of their opportunities.
What have you seen in AJ so far?
Who?
Jefferson.
Inconsistency.
In just everything?
Yes, yeah. But I see that he's working hard. He comes out here every day trying to get better. But just like a lot of us, there's just an inconsistency right now because it's all new. It's a new defense. It's a new terminology. It's a new tempo. It's a new coaching staff, and so we're just fighting through that right now. It's not unexpected. It's just something we got to fight through.
Did you say you were going to scrimmage on Saturday, this coming Saturday?
Yes. Yeah.
How long do you expect that to be?
I don't know. It's the first scrimmage of my life, so I don't know. I'll have to figure that out.
Jeff Baca running a little bit more at center.
Yeah, we work him in there. Jeff's a guy that can play really all 5 spots along there, and we've got to get the right guys in the right spots eventually. But when we're having snap issues, which we have sometimes, you get Trey over there, and he's been a defensive player his whole life, and you're asking him to snap and block. There's some times when the rhythm of practice gets disrupted, so we stick Jeff in there to kind of stabilize it. He's a good Band-Aid guy at just about every spot. He's a heck of a player.
Did Jake have a little case of the yips a little bit?
Who?
Jake Brendel. I mean, with his snapping.
What are the yips?
Thing? Just.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that he's not getting it to the quarterback consistently. The yips.
How do you feel about that offensive line in general? It looks like they kind of struggled a little bit today.
Just inconsistent. Yeah, we just got to build consistency.
Do you think that's just because guys are playing new positions and stuff, or is it?
Well, I think it's a new terminology. It's a new coach. It's a new system. That's a new tempo. It's all that stuff. It takes time to gel at that position. Offensive line, that's a unit where the cohesiveness is so important. And because we've had some guys that have missed some practice, and we've moved some guys around, and we've moved from guys from offense or defense to offense. There's just some inconsistency, but we'll fight through it.
So it's not a concern right now.
Well, everything's a concern right now, but I'm not panicked about anything. I mean, we're in our 7th practice this spring with everything being new. So I see real signs of progress. But once again, inconsistency. Which is to be expected.
How would you describe the spring Devin Lucien is having?
Well, I think he looks good. I don't really have anything to compare it to because I've never seen him play before, but I think that he's done a nice job. He shows up on a day-to-day basis. He catches the ball well. He's explosive. He's very competitive. I like the way he blocks downfield. I would say there's no negatives so far. Once again, though, it's just, I guess it's my word of the day, consistency. I just want to continue to build consistency. But I like the direction that he's headed in.
With Martin and Clem, so much was made of their recruiting, what they can do on the recruiting trail. What have you seen from them as coaches here?
Well, they're both outstanding coaches. Everyone, they've been recognized as recruiters, but they're both very, very good coaches. I got a chance over the last couple of years to watch Coach Martin coach in person, and so just listening to his coaching points and the way he deals with players and the points of emphasis he makes, I knew that he was a good coach coming in. Adrian, I didn't know as well, but I knew what kind of man he was, how smart he was, how hard he worked at it. And, when a guy's played at the highest level like he has 3 Super Bowl rings, he's got skins on the wall that are hard to dispute. He knows little things that, little techniques, little tricks of the trade that he can transfer to his players and help them become better. And I like that about him.
Do you anticipate the reps for the quarterback to be spread like this the whole?
No.
You're going to pare
No.
it down at some point?
Yeah. Probably at the end of this week, we'll start to funnel it down a little bit.
Was this the time frame for Wade Yondell to come back? Is that what about expectations were for him?
Yeah, he was cleared to come back after Saturday's practice. So Tuesday we just worked him in a little bit, mostly passing situations, gave him a couple of runs, and today worked him in a little bit more. But we're just trying to be judicious in how much we give him. We just don't want to throw him all the way in there. It's a conditioning thing. It's just being careful with the head, making sure he knows what he's doing. But he's a really good player, and it is nice to see him back out there.
Torian White, over right tackle. What are your thoughts on him right now?
Well, you know what? I think Torian has a lot of potential. When you look at that body, the way he's built and his physique is just exactly what you're looking for in an offensive tackle. He's long-armed. He's got length. He can bend for a long-legged guy. He's athletic. He's just got to continue to work hard and mature physically, understand how to play the game, gain confidence, which I think he's doing on a day-to-day basis. But he certainly looks the part.
Speaking of how is he so good?
I don't think.
Yeah, explain that.
Well, you talk to his parents, I think it's a combination of a lot of things, and you see that in a lot of the great players I've been fortunate to be around. Is that number one, he's got talent. He's got speed, he's got quickness, he's got explosiveness, he's elusive. He can anticipate where guys are in space and maneuver his body in space. So he's got good spatial awareness. He's got a real will to be great. He's a hard worker, great work ethic. Every rep he takes really counts for him. He doesn't waste any time out here. He just seems to be internally driven to be an outstanding player, and therefore every day he comes out here and he just does something really impressive, really impressive. And he'll be fun to watch as we go through the rest of the spring and get into the fall. But every day I'm kind of looking, okay, what's he going to do today? And he doesn't disappoint.
Is he a big contender, too, for punt return?
I don't know that we're there yet. I mean, we've got a lot of guys that we're still trying to sort through. And we've got time to decide, but he's a candidate for sure because, he's a guy that's proven, at least through 7 practices, that when he has the ball in his hands in the open field, he can do some special things with it. And so, we just have to see if he can consistently catch the ball in a crowd, and make good decisions, because that's so much a part of being a good punt returner, is making good decisions, being able to catch the ball in a crowd. Okay? Oh, well.
Dalton's talked about wanting to play on both sides.
Yeah. Well.
What are your thoughts about that? You said you were going to think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I tell you what, I saw. No, I'm not. I think what's important is that we get our playmakers on the field and put them in positions where they can help us. And I think right now what's important is Dalton's playing running back, and so he needs to concentrate on that. And every day he gets better. He made a cut today that he hasn't made. You guys have seen it. You were never here the first week, but they've been calling him by a name that he doesn't want me to make public, because he's been cutting through and then he's been heading east and west instead of north and south. But finally today he put his foot in the ground and went north and south, and I think he got to the end zone, and so that was good to see. So that was just a step of, in the progress of him as a running back. But we still have to see, we'll see Saturday. Will tell us a lot. Get him in a scrimmage where they're coming after him, if he can hold on to the ball and hold up. But if he can help us both ways, then we'll use him on both sides of the ball. If we think he's only a running back, we'll put him at running back. If he looks like maybe we need to move him back to safety, we'll move him back to safety. But right now he's doing a good job where he is. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.